Hello, welcome to the stream. This is Grim the Streamer. So we did a Wilds of Eldraine draft the other day. That went pretty well. Started off kind of slow. It looked really rocky, but the deck was pretty solid. It just had some really bad starts. Had some really good games there. So if you haven't seen that one, there's no sound on it, but check it out. So here, we've got some sort of Horizon thing coming up. I don't like a lot of the special sets that they make. I always say that, and then I end up playing them, and they're really great. But I tend to be whatever the main draft format. That's the one that I want to do. So right now, our main draft format is Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So when I've got the gems, that's what we're doing. So this is a human draft. So this is the picks are going to be a lot more careful ideally, and this is Outlaws of Thunder Junction. So the thing we need to know at the outset is that green is our favorite color. We want to try to pair it with something if at all possible. I personally also like white-black. If I don't play something that touches green, white-black and sometimes white-blue is good too, but I think white-black is where I want to go, or blue-black if I don't go something touching green. So we'll see, and we'll pray here that we open maybe like a cool ultimatum or something, because then we can do something really off the rails. I like this format a lot, actually. Usually I get pretty tired of these when I'm not like winning like crazy, because they're kind of easy to figure out. But Outlaws of Thunder Junction, like, the games seem to be pretty solid every time, and I think what it is that they've got enough really cool rare cards that are really impactful, really cool uncommons that are really impactful for the board. And then there's also lots of ways to answer those things. So everybody has pieces, like there's no unkillable stuff. Bonnie Paul may be amazing, but she's still killable. Her Oxen token is still killable. So everybody has a pretty good chance of being able to deal with the things that the other people are playing or having on their side of the table. So makes this set really fun. Even though a lot of people probably won't realize it, it's going to be one of the best ofs. I got a lot of Legion Extruders early in the format, and it looked interesting. I just don't think there's quite enough artifact support in this set. Duelist of the Mind is decent. Don't care for Treasure. Unfortunate Accident is fine. It's a good card. Usually the high casting cost removal cards are not great, but the fact that this one, starts at 2 and 2, does make it work. Deadeye Duelist, not as good a card as I expected it to be. Bristlepack Sentry is nice. Rambling Possum is good if you want to do the mount thing. I think right here, sure, 2 damage to any target at sorcery speed. Yeah, I guess Duelist of the Mind is the way to go. Early Taiwakin. Taiwakin is good. But then we're going to be playing basically Jeskai colors, which is very weird. Death of Tumbleweed is fine. There's nothing that is really jumping out at me this pack, though. So, the best thing to do would probably be to take the Sour Springs. I'm going to mark that. I do really want to go for the situational upside of Taiwakin, but it's just red-white is not really where you want to be. At least not early in the draft. Like, if it was second pack and I knew that I was solidly in these colors, this would be a great card. But I just don't think it is right now. So we're going to go with Soured Springs. Key to the Fall, what's that even do? It's good, but I think this set does not make it work. Consuming Ashes, you always want to have those if you're going to be in these colors. I'm not committed to black blue yet by any means. I've picked 2 cards, but out of what's here even, probably the only thing that really pulls me is Scorching Shot. Frontier Seeker is not as good a card as it looks. And Snakeskin Veil is probably the best card in the pack. Eroded Canyon, you know, that touches blue. Red does have some ways to draw extra cards in like highway robbery and stuff, so that could be good, but I think Canyon Crab is just a decent 2-drop. This loot abilities, I mean, earlier in the format it was really good. I don't think you want to not be doing anything on your turn, but in the instances that you are, I mean, all you really need to do is loot with this twice and you're pretty doggone happy. So we'll go there. And there's nothing really for us. Making them discard 2 cards if we're able to make black work is good. And that treasure sometimes, you know, the lead on this card is making them discard 2 cards. If you get the treasure, then you're getting away with something. And it's a good thing to be getting away with, but you're definitely getting away with something. So we're solidly looking to be blue-black. The thing that's nice about this is it does appear that that color is cut, but that could mean that it's cut from us, which means we could get some good stuff in pack 2 and then get nothing pack 3. So I really got to pay attention to what I send to whoever's passing to me on the next round. Yeah, so this guy is a crime payoff card, so we do like our crimes. Mobile Homestead, no. Essence Capture, I've never really played it in this set, but I think it's a good pick here. The double blue always scares me away. Field Fording might actually be better in some ways because we're making them pay their same mana twice. We're getting a surveil out of the deal, but I think maybe the counter might actually work out pretty well. You can imagine sticking that on a crab. It's not an offensive move, but it would be pretty much a tanky thing that they can't get through. So what I'm wanting to probably do is make a deck here that is very control-y. We're going to try to really extend our necks out for any removal we can get. Counters are going to look really good. Basically, a lot of things that allow us that have us passing the turn and leaving mana up to do stuff. So, Geyser Drake's actually going to be good for us in this version of a deck like this. Doesn't really affect Essence Capture, but if we get, you know, some other things, Consuming Ashes is affected. So, being able to cast this for 3 is actually pretty epic because it exiles any creature, and then if it's a cheap creature, then it gets me that nice sweet bonus. Corrupted Conviction, probably not going to play, but you never know. Mercs are great targets for this. That thing that they were going to kill anyway is a great target for this because this is an instant. So it has its uses. Usually I love cards like this. It just seems like this particular set, Corrupted Conviction kind of missed, but it's still a card I'm fine with having a copy of, especially when I had nothing else to pick. And there's probably going to be a token in my deck somewhere that I can cash this into. This actually matches with our sort of control theme. So we'll take a Peerless Rope Master. Been very unimpressed with the Rope Master, but this is exactly the kind of deck where it does stand to do a little bit better than average. I'd still say it's probably a C-level card, though. Nothing for us here. And because we're in black-blue, I am taking this because if we do splash into red, we do have a lot of ways to possibly make this be like really crazy good. Aired Archway is a card that is definitely underperformed. I had some early drafts where it was actually pretty doggone good, like in a red-green archetype, or actually, I think it's best suited in a crime archetype, like when you've got intimidation campaign or something, because what you really need when you've got intimidation campaign is lots and lots of mana. You need to be able to cast and recast that thing over and over again, so Red Archway really works there. Ooh, it's a shame I can't take this Outcaster Trailblazer. That's not what this deck is going to do, even if we did sort of kind of warp it to do that. So Vault Buster seems okay. This town ain't big enough. I think we take the Vault Buster. I'm not thrilled with this, but good chance we could wheel this town ain't big enough. And I don't care for Link Breaker, I never have. It's a great card to use Conviction on, but Ambush Gigapede is something we want. What's this do? It's just 3 mana counter. You can just draw 2 cards. No, I don't think so. No, that's a silly card. Why would anybody want that thing? Ambush Gigapede is definitely my Gigachad. We'll take that Gigachad right now. Cool, so Geyser Drake does impact the Gigachad. Definitely, we want as many loan sharks as we can get, for sure. Feeling good so far. This looks rather nice. So I gotta be ready for things to dry up in pack 3. So even if we've got a dumb card in black or blue this pack, we really gotta take it because we might be struggling for playables. If we did have somebody cutting us in pack 1. Still here. Golly, this this program loves Key to the Vault today. What's the deal with that? So Vault Plunderer or Loan Shark? That's kind of a tough decision. I think I prefer the Vault Plunderer. So there's this thing. I guess it was TBS, Vensec, who said when you got 2 comparable cards, you always take the cheaper one. The toughness matters here, but the fact is it deploys a turn later, and technically if you're plotting it, it's actually 2 turns later. So getting to play this Vault Plunderer a turn earlier makes it just ever so slightly better, I think. Do we take another Essence Capture? What does Boombox do again? So the interesting thing about this is up to. This one, you don't have to have all your targets, so it actually makes it a little bit more versatile. It is 8 mana, but you're pretty much guaranteed to get 2 things. Whether it's better than Essence Capture, it's hard to say. Whether it's better than a Jagged Barrens, hard to say. So I think I'm actually going to go Jagged Barrens. That way, if we do end up having to splash some red stuff in that 3rd pack, oh, this is what I wanted. Intimidation campaign, fantastic. So now we're really hoping to get like some ravens and things. You know, always welcome to see the Zoff for a deck like this. So this is the old thing. So Razzle Dazzle. This is a pretty good sign that our deck is open, I think. I don't know if the community likes Razzle Dazzle as much as I do. I think it's fantastic. So Skullduggery stands out. Harrier Strix is a good one-off. That activated ability is the thing that's special about it. Commandeer, what do you do? Oh wow. Gain control of target non-creature spell. Choose new targets. But you can exile 2 cards. I don't know about that. That just seems a little too crazy. What do we end up with? Good, we got Strix. That's what I wanted. I wanted to grab the Strix, not the Skullduggery. Ionize. This is a pretty good card. There's nothing there's nothing good for us here, so I take that Ionize, and if we can support it, it's fine. Like, I am welcome. That's a welcome card. Neutralize the guards. I'm not excited about this pick, but you know, for somebody that's got a lot of mercenaries, somebody's got a lot of, like, what's that, trained Errinks, that's a good target for trained Errinks. The fact that this is an instant is actually, I think it makes it a better card than it looks like it is too. Because you can always pop it after your attack to good effect. And they'll be like confused because you'll attack with a bunch of weenies. Not excited about taking Tomb Trawler here, but I don't think we want Deputy. You know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. Deputy is the kind of card you can have exactly one of in your deck, I think. And yeah, we'll take Boombox here. We are playing a long game style deck here, for sure. There's another Ty Joaquin. Boy, am I glad I didn't try to go that route. So normally I very much dislike Spring Splasher, but I would take it here, except for the fact that Contractor and Scorn are both just far and beyond better cards. And I think I'm going to go Scorn just because if there's something this deck's going to have trouble with, it's early game, and Scorn is a good early game. And then the bounce is actually really powerful late game too. And it's a, you know, it's another crime commission type thing. Don't want anything to do with white. Black Standing Buzzard, you suck. Server the Stinger's fine. Not a card I love, but it does what it needs to do. It makes those games go longer, hopefully. We've got 5, so we've only got 1 real playable left. So what I did there is I just, wait, no, I can't do math. You take your total cards, 27, minus your lands that you already have, 4, and then you're at 23. So I've basically got 23 playables, 1 questionable. So really, my deck is made at this point. Now I'm just looking to fill holes, fill slots, do whatever I need to do to make this actually just be a better deck. So Jailbreak Scheme comes in, probably Ionize goes out. We're still keeping the Desert though, because it still does things for us. I'll put this here because the mode we really want is the 3-drop mode. And we take a second. I think we can actually take a second Arid Archway. I don't think I've ever had 2 in the same deck. That just allows us to reactivate our deserts, and you know, when you do that, you kind of are losing the momentum you gain from having the extra. But like I said before, the thing you want when you have an Intimidation Campaign style deck is you just want to always be ahead on mana on the board. No, we don't care about Tiny Bones. That is a way to commit crimes consistently, but it depends upon having lots of legends, which you can't guarantee that you're going to have. Oh, Rattleback Apothecary. Alright, cool. Yeah, we did the right thing. We went the right colors, I think. Go ahead and get rid of Cryptic Conviction. Not thrilled here, but to try and cut cards other people might play in blue. We'll take the Thunder Thief out. Probably might even get rid of both Rope Masters and see what that looks like. I love Emergent Haunting. Lockpicker is just better though. Yeah, we did the right thing staying in these colors for sure, I think. I just don't see that the +1/+1 is good enough. Spring Splasher, so it's a fine guy to have in a deck like this that wants to commit lots of crimes. We still don't have that many crime payoffs. We're talking about what, Apothecary, Campaign, Lockpicker, no, Vaultbuster. Vaultbuster's the one that does the thing of crimes. Duelist of the Mind cares about crimes too. Nothing, absolutely nothing worth anything here, so we just take the uncommon. Again, nothing we could even borderline play. Maybe the Highway Robbery. This feels pretty good right here. Let's get rid of that. I kind of wish we could run the Deadeye Duelist, but that's not what we're doing with this deck. And look at that, our deck is built. It's ready to go. Silver Deputy's neat because it will get an archway for us if and when we need it. But I like this. Like, let's see what my creature count is. 15, a little light, but we've got removal. This feels like it's going to do pretty well, as long as we don't play green. Green still probably hoses us. Green just hoses everybody. So what are we going to call this? Although I've had decks that are far more crimey than this. But anyway, I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to play this rather, but it'll happen and it'll get posted. Alright, have a great day. Thanks for joining.